So the other day I made a video about disenchanting searches, which you can use to get some disenchant materials for free or cheap. Well, the problem with them is that they're not consistent. You can't guarantee that you'll find anything. But you can still make money with disenchanting. And today we're looking at disenchanting shuffles. I've done some research. I found some of the items that that I think are the best ones for this phase. We're going to look at them. And yeah, you can utilize crafting professions. So the idea is simple. You buy a bunch of materials, you craft something, some piece of armor or weapon that you can disenchant, and then you disenchant that and you sell all the materials. We can see that I'm in the middle of a little session here. I have a bunch of vision dust already. I have some nether essences, a small radiant shard, and yeah, so we're going to talk through the items. Now, for the most part, the value from most disenchants in this phase is going to be from the essences. Nether essences, greater mystic essences, the high level essences, that's what we're targeting specifically. Those are the best items, the most valuable enchanting materials you can find. But since we're doing armor mostly, we would like to do weapons. The way disenchanting works, for an armor, you have about a 20% chance of getting an essence, you have a 5% chance of getting a shard, and you have a 75% chance of getting dust. For a weapon, the essence and dust swap places, so you have a 75% chance of getting essences, and you have a 20% chance of getting the dust. And since all of the value is in the essences, that's what we would like, right? Sadly, blacksmithing is no good. Like, literally none of the crafted weapons are cheap enough. They all require like weird materials or a lot of materials, so they're all too expensive. So then we have to do armor. Once again, the blacksmithing armor is all too expensive. We need to have cheap armor. We need to craft a lot of it because we want to get close to 20% essence yield. Otherwise, we're not making money. We can see if we're getting vision dust, and it's like 15 silver, 20 silver per disenchant. When we get the essence, it's like 1.5 gold per disenchant. So that's what where most of the value is going to be. Now, traditionally, tailoring has been the go-to. Tailoring has been the go-to throughout over the years because cloth is usually extremely cheap. But the cloth is kind of expensive. This in Season of Discovery, kind of expensive. It's like the White Bandit mask, which is used for turn-ins for waylaid supplies. This has historically been like my #1 gold maker for disenchanting shuffles. But it's no good. Mage Weave is way too expensive, so anything that requires that is off the table. The best recipe I've found so far is the green silken shoulders. That is pretty good, or it's decent. It's a 49 silver crafting cost currently. Yeah, you can get 64 silver, 63 silver worth of enchanting materials on average. So that's not too bad. But that's about 20% profit. I think we can do better. We want to do better. Because the issue with disenchanting, or rather with crafting for disenchanting in Classic, is that the crafts take a really long time, so you want to make a reasonable amount of gold. And that's where leatherworking has come in really handy. I've found 2 leatherworking recipes that are pretty good. So as I said earlier, we're targeting mystic essences and we're targeting nether essences. Those are the two types of disenchants. So exactly what an item disenchants into depends on the item level. So mystic essence items are a little bit lower. So that means you get less vision dust if you get dust. So you can see here that the green leather bracer, this is one of the items. The disenchant value here is 63.9 silver. And then we have the other one, the Nightscape headband. This is a higher item level item, so we get a little bit more vision dust. So the value is a little bit higher. 66 silver on average when we disenchant. And those are the 2 items. The Nightscape headband, you learn this from the trainer. It's a 40 silver crafting cost for me on my realm. And it disenchants for 66, so I'm making 25 silver. More than 50% profit margin, that's pretty good. And then the green leather bracers, these are even better. 34 silver crafting cost currently, making 63 silver. I'm almost, not quite, but we're pretty close to doubling our initial investment for every disenchant on average. That's really good. Like, that's really good for a disenchanting shuffle. Vision dust sells really quickly. You can see I did like a small crafting session. I sold all of it. I haven't tried selling too much of the nether essence yet because the last batch I did was just with the leather bracers. The mystic essence sold really quickly. I expect the nether essence to sell as well. So we're just going to keep doing this, and obviously we're I'm using Trade Skill Master here to make my decisions, because the tooltip will have information on the disenchant value. It's at the top there. It even shows what it disenchants into. And then you have the destroying UI here, which just makes you really quick and easy to disenchant. You just click this button. You can also add this to a macro and bind it to your scroll wheel to make it even faster. And if any items here show up, like I have some other items here that I don't want to disenchant, then you simply click this button right here next to those items, and they will be just removed from the list until you reload your UI. And boom, we got an essence, so that's money in the bank. So yeah, then you just collect. I've crafted all of my stuff. This guy isn't my leatherworker, so I crafted this all, and now I'm going to disenchant all of it, and then we're going to send all of the stuff back to some character who can post this to the auction house. Honestly, you can make some TSM settings for this. I think just posting this with the auctionator is perfectly fine. I would favor smaller stack sizes for the dust, just to target people who are buying it to get enchants, and the same for the essences, mostly smaller stack sizes. You're mostly at this point selling to people who want to get an enchant on their weapon or gear, and not to people who are looking to like power level their enchanting. So doing the large scale stack sizes, that's not the best approach. So yeah, that's it. Good luck. Have fun.